learn to love ourselves for a very, very long time. So, understand it from your point of view, sir. Self-love, loving yourself. Is that possible after being married, sir?
You're not married.
I am, that's why I know.
Okay.
He knows he has to go back and have dinner. So he's like,
No, however narcissistic it may sound, Narcissus is the guy in Greek mythology who used to revel at himself. Okay, it always had a touch of negative about it. The idea of self-love, almost rhyming with selfishness, often gets confused with that. The idea of taking care of oneself is now has many dimensions, physical, spiritual, mental, and a whole lot of other dimensions inbuilt in. And this idea of self-love, okay, drawing from the mythology of its origin, Narcissus and things like that, always has had a stigma, especially with the Indian men. The very idea is unintentional to many of my generation, many of my background. And when first Lata told me that the couple want me to come in, we did celebrating self-love kind of a session with a pastry model. I was a little scared, so I just come in, let me assimilate the idea of pastry alike. I've been to the salon, and I think it's a good product, and their attempt to segment this into different components, I really love the way they do it. But frankly, taking care of oneself for an Indian male has never been very easy. Okay, physical grooming, fine, especially the kind of universes that I've traveled, the universe of politics and the universe of business. In the universe of business, let me start taking that. How you carry yourself, the complete man story, which Raymond's made very popular at some point in time. The completion would need a strong physical dimension, which they presented in those days. The very successful impact, how you wear your suit, how you hold your, next where I passed out from. They used to have 3 sessions on how to participate in a cocktails. In those days, there was a company called ICI, which used to recruit in the critical attributes. One of the key aspects was how you behave yourself in a party. Okay, in a party where how do you hold your glass when you eat, keeping the fork, if you keep it like this, what does it mean? Keep it like that, how it means, kind of a thing. I used to know a lot of these American fathers, Spanish fathers who used to teach us, used to educate us, especially people like us from a village background. They used to very carefully educate. Some of the other aspects we could learn faster, how do you hold the wine glass or whatever, but some of these other nuances, they were not very easy to come by kind of a thing. Long later in my career, when I started sending candidates to US, software companies, I remember we had to do a 5-day session for them, before we sent people on each one. And one of the key things we need to teach them was how to deal with facial hair. Even before you teach them how to do programming, okay, they needed to know, because more people were getting rejected on how to deal with facial hair, because in our culture, mustache is supposed to be the ultimate, tune it down, ask his earlier boss, he will say the, table bonnet and all that stuff, like, kind of, you have to have a good mustache, then you are manly, okay, so like, you go there, the first thing they teach you is just shave off everything, like, be as sophisticated look as possible, because normally facial hair tended to be associated with a bit of a ruffian kind of identity. Big cultural change. You know, those culture sessions used to do for TCS initially, and then some of the IT companies. If you have 4-year engineering qualification, and if you have 2 years of any experience, and you can breathe, and you can have 2 hands, 2 legs, and all that, you get ahead in those days. But after getting H1, you get returned very quickly from there if you are not able to culturally understand and adjust. And the cultural understanding way, dealing with facial hair became number one actually. You know, in those days, you know, how do we groom oneself, carry oneself. So for a Indian male from a rural background, incidentally, many of the CEOs tend to have this background. Okay, many of them having a rough and tough background who have to come in face to face with this reality, whether it's a ICA cocktail party where you need to know how to hold a glass, how to wear your 2-piece suit or a 3-piece suit or whatever. Or the guy in US who's going to US from my village, Gravati or Timbuktu or wherever. But he lands a job where he has to deal with a whole lot of Americans who, in a subtle way, will give some hints. Okay, you're wanted, you're not wanted, and more people tend to come back not being able to face this. So this idea of self-love to me begins with understanding yourself, understanding the context, and understanding what kind of adjustments you will need to make. Physical, mental, spiritual. That's my understanding of self-love. Start as figure and actually handle some component of it very well, hopefully. And you have somebody who look at you from outside, where hair is, where hair is not, where hair should be, where hair should not be, kind of a thing. I'm sure you're doing a great job, but sorry, I've come in a very ungroomed manner. A session in phase 3 before coming might have helped. I just ran from some long reviews, so I'm sorry to come for a phase 3 session on self-love in a very ungroomed, raw manner.
Very smart, sir.
Raw manner. So, you know, we classify us as unmined gems, uncut gems or whatever. I'm sure phase 3 you know that cutting and shaping these people into whatever they were meant to be, whatever full potential they realize themselves. Thank you.
Selfish love, selfless love, these two aspects of self-love. I think for a woman, I always wonder, looking at the various generations, how probably my grandmother and my mother, today we talk, my generation, my daughter's generation, what has changed if you really see that way. Okay, so I honestly feel nothing has changed in that sense. Okay, the way you look at love, self-love. Okay, I think each one, understands it very differently. Okay, good thing I said, I saw this celebrating self-love. Okay, it's reminding me of Manjo. Apparently, many of these priests, they really, feel bad that, all these you talked about being married and, self-love and things like that. So, that reminded me of this joke. Apparently, one of the priests goes and asks the Pope, why did you make us celibate? Okay, because priest was supposed to be celibacy. He is supposed to have. So apparently Pope said, I don't know, but the guy earlier to me, I heard that the Lord said celebrate, and by mistake he wrote celibate, and then it became celibacy. Okay, so someone made a mistake somewhere,
and we all follow that.
That way, so
And we will celebrate a life like hell. Finally celibacy.
So no men want to be celibate. I know, just to run away from this. But anyway, coming back to self-love, I always feel it's very important for a woman to, though I think there's one thing, especially in the previous generations I really see, like not taking care of themselves that way. I think as a woman, even now, I think there is a kind of a unwritten code. Even even now, I think saying that, woman today, she may be a professional, she may be working everywhere, but still, family comes first. And especially when you're married, I think it's so ingrained in us that way. That, when it comes to even, I've seen, people praying, when even in a temple, when I've gone there, they will ask you, tell me your gotram, tell me your thing. The women, they will tell the husband, the children, and then last the woman. Okay, so it's that's how it's so much like it's ingrained in us that it has to come. And it was still my mother's generation and things like that. So somehow I think in a sense, it's not that they don't think it's wrong because that's how they tune that way. But at the same time, I think they don't really understand what it means that I need to take care of myself, kind of a thing. Okay, I think today I'm very happy that pastry or so many the beauty as an industry has evolved that way, and there is no stigma attached to it. I think I remember 20-25 years back, if a woman says I'm going to a salon, beauty salon, then she is supposed to be very elitist kind of a thing. Otherwise, people don't walk into a beauty salon. Okay, but today it's not that. I think even in small towns and small villages, I really see, and I'm so happy because I think women have started thinking that I need to look good. Okay, so because it's not only inner beauty, external beauty also is so important because I think external beauty, I think like grooming yourself gives you confidence. So in a sense, it reflects the inside. Okay, so in that sense, I'm very, very happy this concept of self-love. People have started openly really embracing it in a certain way. Okay, and I think like it's good that this generation feels that they need to feel good inside and outside that way. And that will give them the confidence to really manage any challenges that way. And of course, celebrate life.
Celebrate.
C.K. Kumaravil, CEO and co-founder of Natural Salon Chain. இன்னைக்கு எங்களுடைய பேஜ் 3 சலூன் சார்பாக ஒரு காஃபி டேபிள் புக் லான்ச் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் இன் அசோசியேஷன் வித் அமர் ரமேஷ் ஸ்டுடியோவோட சேர்ந்து. இதில் ஒரு 23 இல்லஸ்ட்ரியஸ் விமன் அச்சீவர்ஸை டிஃப்ரெண்ட் வாக்ஸில் இருக்கிறவங்கள ஷோகேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கிறோம். ஏன் ஷோகேஸ் பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னீங்கன்னா, இன்றைக்கி அவங்க நமக்கு நிறைய நெய்பர்ஹுட் ரோல் மாடல்ஸ் தேவை. நம்ம ரோல் மாடல்ஸ்னாவே நம்ம மதர் தெரேசாவையோ சானியா மிர்சாவையோ ஜெயலலிதாவையோ ஓப்ரா வின்ஃப்ரேயும் பற்றி பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். நமக்கு பக்கத்தில் இருக்கிற நிறைய உமன் என்னென்ன அச்சீவ் பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்றது அவங்களுடைய பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸுக்காக அவங்களோடைய அப்லாட் பண்ணுறதுக்காக மட்டுமல்ல, அவங்கள பார்த்து இன்னும் நிறையா பெண்கள் அவங்களால செய்ய முடியும்னா நான் ஏன் செய்ய முடியாது அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு பெண்களும் இன்றைக்கி இன்னும் நிறையா ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டியும் அத்தாரிட்டிஸும் எடுத்துக்க வேண்டிய தேவை இருக்குது இன்னைக்கு கண்ட்ரியில். இன்றைக்கி இன்னமும் ஒரு ஆணாதிக்கம் சொசைட்டியாக தான் இந்தியா இருக்குது. அது மாறணும்னு சொன்னால் ரெண்டும் நடக்கணும். ஒரு சைடில் ஆண்களும் இன்னும் பெண்களுக்கு இன்னும் நிறையா ஸ்பேஸ் கொடுத்து அவங்கள என்கரேஜிங்காக சப்போர்ட்டிவாக இருக்கணும். ரெண்டாவது பெண்களும் நிறைய ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டியும் அத்தாரிட்டியும் அவங்க கையில் எடுக்கணும். ரெண்டும் சேரும்போது தான் இந்த சேஞ்ச் ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக நடக்கும். அதுக்காக ஒரு முயற்சியாக தான் இன்றைக்கி இந்த காஃபி டேபிள் புக் லான்ச் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். சாகித்யா ஜெகநாதன் அவங்களுக்கு கொடுத்துருக்குறோம். ஐஸ்வர்யா மணிவண்ணன் ஃபார் த சிலம்பம் ஆர்டிஸ்ட்டு, அதுக்கப்புறம் அக்ரிதி ஃபார் தி மேக்கப் கொடுத்துருக்குறோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் ஸ்ரீதா ஃபார் டான்சர். அப்புறம் நிறையா உங்களுக்கு பீப்புளெலாம் போட்டுட்டு அவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் இன்றைக்கி அந்த ஃபோட்டோ எடுத்து அந்த காஃபி டேபிள் புக் லான்ச் பண்ணுறது, அவங்கள செலிப்ரேட் பண்ணுறது. செலிப்ரேட்டிங் தெம், வி ஆர் செலிப்ரேட்டிங் ஆல் தி விமன் அவுட் தேர் அண்ட் வி வாண்ட் டு டெல் தி விமன் அவுட் தேர் இவங்களால் பண்ண முடியும்னா நீங்கள் ஏன் பண்ண முடியாது அப்படின்ற கொஸ்டினோட தான் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை முடிக்கிறோம் நாங்கள். இதுக்கு பாண்டியராஜன் சாரும் லதா பாண்டியராஜன், மஃபாய் பாண்டியராஜன் அண்ட் லதா பாண்டியராஜன் 2 பேரும் அவங்களுடைய கருத்துக்களை ஷேர் பண்ணி அவங்க போயிருக்கிறாங்க. இது ஒரு வெரி இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் கான்வர்சேஷன். நிறைய டைம் நம்ம சொசைட்டியில் ஒரு நல்ல கான்வர்சேஷன் ஆரம்பித்து வச்சிங்கனாவே செல்ஃப் லவ் தான் இன்றைக்கி ஹேஷ்டாக் செல்ஃப் லவ். முதல்ல லவ் ஸ்டார்ட்ஸ் வித் யூ. நீங்கள் மற்றவங்கள லவ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு முன்னே நீங்கள் உங்களை லவ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிங்கன்னு சொன்னீங்கன்னா அங்கேருந்து தான் ஆரம்பிக்கணும். நிறைய டைம் நம்ம லவ்னு சொன்னால் வெளியே தான் நம்ம பார்த்துட்ருக்குறோம். அதை பார்க்காம நீங்கள் ஃபஸ்ட்டு கெட் த மேன் ரைட். the world will become all right. நீங்கள் உங்களை வந்து நீங்கள் வந்து புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு உங்களை வந்து நீங்கள் வந்து லவ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிங்க சொன்னீங்கன்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக நீங்கள் உலகத்தை லவ் பண்ணுவீங்க அப்படின்றது தான் அந்த முயற்சி இது. ஓகே.